Hey guys, Mr. Facepalm here again. Got a double review for you today. As you've seen over the last couple of weeks, I've been using a different e-cig, and I've pretty much fallen in love with it. I was fortunate enough to obtain a brand new 1000 mAh Joye-tech passthrough. I got this one through the guys up at vapeking.com.au, and since I've got this, I've fallen in love with it. I really do love it. It's ease of use, it's flavour, smoke production, vapor production, everything like that. It's just fantastic. I can't fault it in any way. It lasts me 2 days worth of constant chain vaping. It is just fantastic. Yeah. We'll get into it, guys, and I'll show you the little bits and pieces that go along with this one. The other thing that I'm going to review in this one is my last flavour from Vape King, and that one is the NRG drink. Alright, this one, as with all the others, is a 0 VG mix originally. It's in a 10ml bottle, and I've mixed it up with an 80% PG, 20% VG mix all up, and it's out to a strength of 12 milligrams of nicotine for the entire thing, as with all my others. But yeah, I'll get on to the e-cig first, and then I'll come back to this one. Okay, as you can see, this is the Joye-tech. Alright, it's pretty big. It's about 6 inches long, and I don't have a cone or anything on this one. This one is just the ego itself with a 306 low resistance atomizer, as you can see here, and that screws that the drip tip pops onto that one, it creates a bit of a seal, and then it screws onto the battery itself. Need to give that a bit of a clean out, it's a bit filthy. Alright, so that's pretty much it. On the bottom of the Joye-tech is a screw cap, and that covers up 5-pin USB cable point. That's your standard USB cable that goes in a majority of digital cameras, the older mobile phones, USB cards, everything that you can really use a USB peripheral for. They use a 5-pin USB point, which is great for this. As it is a pass-through, you can plug it into the end of the e-cig, and then plug the other USB end into the computer and vape it whilst it's charging. There's no problem with that at all. Unlike the other 510 chargers and say the KR808D1s, which is what the Halo G6 e-cig is, my other one, you actually have to take the battery off, screw it into a USB connector, and plug the battery into the computer, therefore rendering the battery useless until it's charged and you can unscrew it and connect it up to the cartomizer again. That's where this is good, because it's at the opposite end. You can obviously get your Joye-techs with they either use a 510 point, and you screw them into the 510 USB connector and plug them in, as you did with the KR808D1. But obviously this one's a pass-through, much prefer it. The vapor production on this is really good, really strong. As it's a 306, it burns really hot. I haven't had any experience with any of the other atomizers, your normal 510s, your regulars or anything like that. I've just had the 306 low resistance. This is my second one, the other one's in the wash at the moment. I used the first for about 3 weeks straight, and I didn't need to clean it. Now the flavour's gone on it, and it's pretty gunky, so I've got to clean it out. That's just been in the wash this morning, so hopefully that'll be dry by tomorrow. But in saying that, I've only had this in for about a week, if that, so I don't need to change it over. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll show you how it works when I test out the juice. But as for the Joye-tech, I have to give this a 10 out of 10. I really love this unit. It's not as compact as your other e-cigs, like my G6. It's not as compact. You can see in my hand, it's a big tube, but it's relatively lightweight. It doesn't weigh a ton. I find it comforting just to hold in my hand all day and talk like I'm doing now, without vaping on it, you know. But the ease of use, it's got a push button in there. You can hear that, heat up the atomizer there. It's just so easy to use. It's such a delight to use. And when people see it, they really have to ask you, what the hell is that? But when you explain it to them, they're really okay with it. And a few people have even asked where I can get them from. But they are really, really good. I'd recommend this to anyone. Okay, back to the juice. As I said before, this is Vape King's energy drink. Okay, I've mixed it up to 12 milligrams, alright? It's an 80% PG, 20% VG mix. I've showed you all the markings on the bottles in the other videos. It's got your ingredients list, your storage directions, keep out of reach of children, and also a website address for vapeking.com.au. Alright, when you unscrew this, the smell you get out of this, it's a guarana type smell. So if you've ever tasted guarana in its natural form, it kind of smells like that. Like a tart berry, or like a tart berry with a little bit of melon in there, like a little bit of honeydew melon. That's what I smell out of it. But it is quite nice. It is sweet, but it's also got that little bit of tartness to it. It's a little bit sour in smell. But yeah, I quite like that. We'll put 3 drips of this in the drip tip. 3. And we'll give this a vape and see how it goes. As you can see, the vape production is really big. There's a lot of clouds with this one. It's still hanging around a little bit. Really cool. Now the taste. It's sweet. Tastes kind of like melon and berries. Like it's like a mixed berry. You know the frozen packs of mixed berries you can get from the supermarket. Tastes like that. And they're a little bit tart. I taste a little bit of melon in them, whether it's a honeydew. Yeah, tastes like a honeydew. It's really refreshing. It's quite nice. It's easy on the mouth. It's not overpowering. It is definitely a strong flavour, but it's not overpowering, and it's definitely not unpleasant. I quite enjoy it. As for the nicotine content, I've got 12 milligrams in there, so the throat hit's quite good. But yeah, I really, really like this juice. It's the one thing that they put on Vape King's website is that it contains guarana in there. Now, I've noticed it when I've been vaping it. I don't vape this one all the time due to that fact. So guys, if you're sensitive towards energy drinks or anything like that, this might not be the one for you. Just a warning for you. But if you do like your occasional Red Bull or whatever your chosen poison is in regards to energy drinks, us shift workers use them quite a lot. But if you're partial to using energy drinks, get a hold of it. It's pretty good. Gives you that guarana kick. Therefore, I don't vape it all the time because it just sends me bouncing off the walls and give me heart palpitations. But hey, look, it's pretty good. It gives you a kick pretty quickly. I can already start to feel myself speeding up a little bit. But hey, I enjoy it. The flavour's nice. It's really nice actually, and it's an original concept for me. I've never heard of such a thing before. But hey, if you're into this kind of stuff, guys, even if it's for the novelty value factor, give these guys a look in because this is fantastic. As I usually do with my juices, I usually try and get smokers that I know to have a go on the e-cig and see what they think, and test out the new flavours with them as well to see if they can taste different flavours that I can't, which is often the case sometimes. Obviously, as all flavours are subjective, but this one's a bit of a hit with them. People have seen this and gone, wow, I want to try some more of that, so you get them onto it. And this one is quite good. I don't really have a lot more to say about that one, guys, except I want another vape. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say about it, guys. In my comment section below and at the end in the credits, I'm going to have a link through to www.vapeking.com.au. Spoke about them in the other videos. Really good supplier, really nice juices, excellent products. Guys, give them a look. Do a favour, if you're an Australian, support local business, guys. Go and have a look. These guys really are good, and their new juices are just awesome. This is part of their new range, by the way, released about a month ago. Fantastic. I've had this in my possession for that amount of time, nearly a month, and look, the initial steeping phase through to now, it hasn't changed a lot in flavour or smell. As with all of their juices, they've all been pretty much the same. I know with some other suppliers you've got to wait a little bit of time, which isn't a bad thing. I've got some juices sitting in my drawer that have been steeping for like 2 months now, and to be honest, they taste fantastic. Every single supplier is different. And everyone has their pluses and minuses in regards to flavour, vape production, everything else like that. In this instance, I'd say 10 out of 10 for this one. Really good if you like energy drinks like I do. The worst thing you can do is not check it out, really, if you're a fan of these things. Alright guys, that's pretty much it from me today. I should have another review up for you within the next couple of weeks. I've got to order some more juices through and see what I can do for you guys. But like I've said before, thank you very much for rating and subscribing to my my channel. Thank you very much for looking at my videos. And if you've got any questions about e-cigs, anything about the Ego Tea, any questions about any of my juices, if you want me to do a particular review on a particular juice, please send me a PM or get in contact with me on ECF or on AussieVapors.com, and I'll see what I can do for you guys.